Hello, kids, and welcome to the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. 3 comics, 3 opinions, 1 shit show. Featuring Mike Keegan.
Are you just going to talk over me the whole time? Is that what you're going to do? All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Thank you very much.
Carla Oakerson.
I tolerate you. I think I tolerate you very well.
Tolerate me at all.
I tolerate you. Believe that. I certainly tolerate all your horse shit. Look at me, I'm being tolerant right now. Look how tolerant. I'm tolerating it.
And Tim Saliani.
See,
Bill Clinton suicides people. What's the name of my high school band?
Be sure and stop by the Domestic Disturbance Podcast Facebook page to check out any new shows, upcoming events, or to leave us some hate mail. Music from our podcast is from the hardcore band Bore. You should check them out on Spotify and Bandcamp, where you can put a little something in the hat for them and purchase their music like good little consumers. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the arguments.
Oh, I cut out quick, and here we go. We're live.
Look at that. We're live, Tim. Thanks. Surprise, surprise.
Sorry.
Hello, folks. Welcome to this week's episode of the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. We are grateful to have you here. We're going to have some fun. Lots to talk about. I'm Mike Keegan.
Let me stop you right there. Are you even allowed to talk on Facebook? I don't think you're allowed to even talk on Facebook. I think you need to be quiet.
No,
Aren't you banned?
This is my workaround. This is my loophole to be on Facebook right now.
Well, I'm going to close this loophole right now because I'm going to report you. I'll report you.
First, I just noticed Tim's background is
reported
that I got from Facebook that told me that I'm not allowed on for 30 days because I was a vote suppressor.
He committed.
Voter suppression is no joke.
He committed a felony.
Speaking of suppressed, Nigel Fullerton is our guest this week.
Hi, Nigel.
Show favorite, regular to the Domestic Disturbance Podcast.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was being a jerk.
But,
oh my God.
So Tim's background is the message that I got from Facebook because I made a dumb joke that I make every 4 years on Facebook.
First of all, let's be honest, all of your jokes are dumb.
All of your jokes are dumb. I wouldn't even consider them jokes, first of all. It's monologues. You're like the Hannah Gadsby of Long Island comedy.
You mean by funny?
Gadsby's funny?
She's funny.
She's not funny at all.
You don't get her little quirky autistic lesbian in a suit thing. You don't get it. Because she's basically you.
I would rent a Airbnb from her in Vermont. I wouldn't fucking listen to her shit comedy. You're
just mad because she's stolen your look.
How about you guys? Do you guys like Hannah Gadsby? She's fucking terrible.
I don't know who she is. I'm sorry.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I'm serious.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you saw her, you know what she was.
No, I
she
don't.
Had a Netflix special that everybody was like up in arms about because
right.
Apparently, I've been doing a show with her for fucking a year and a half, 2 years.
She's the Lena Dunham of shitty comedy.
She's Lena Dunham. All right.
She's Lena Dunham.
That's hilarious. I just know the controversy of everybody saying that she's not funny. Yeah. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her before.
It's a whiny fucking liberal fucking no joke setup punchline terrible hour on Netflix.
So like if Mike was blonde and liberal.
Carla, all right, you can say a lot about me. Saying I'm not funny is just stupid. Saying I'm not funny, Kobe Bryant was bad at basketball. So let's not be ridiculous now. I'm beloved.
He's beloved. That's a great way to say that you're like a basketball player. Right?
I like the fact that Carla's like, Mike, you are to comedy what the helicopter ride was to Kobe Bryant.
All right, I'll see. I think Tim's banned from Facebook now.
I didn't say it. She did.
What was the tweet that he said? What was the tweet that Mike said?
Oh, they got me kicked off Facebook?
They got him kicked. Oh, yeah.
It's so dumb. My God, I said if I was a COVID-19 update. If you're voting for President Trump, then Election Day is November 3rd. If you're voting for Joe Biden, Election Day is November 4th. So then I get this thing from Facebook saying I'm spreading false information and I'm suppressing voters' rights.
Can can we stop for a brief moment and just very, very, ever so quickly discuss that trash font that you use for your Facebook? Is that like a Samsung thing?
It's kind of embarrassing that that's out in public now.
Are you
Nobody's
using
even
New
supposed to
Times
see that
Roman?
font.
Out in
That's my own
public.
personal. That's my own personal font that just for my phone. Nobody's supposed to see that now, and now it's into the ether world.
Oh, that's not what you regularly post?
That is what he regularly.
That's not my font. That's just the font for everything on my phone.
Except what you post on Facebook.
Yeah, it like it's just for me. Anything I write, people see regular. But like even
Is
like
that
I'll show
Comic Sans? Well, like, what are you doing?
What are you?
That's
What's the
regular.
fucking deal? What do you
Like,
live a
no,
double life?
What
What are you fucking Jack and Jill? Like what goes on?
Speaking of leading a double life,
Uh-oh, what happened?
I'll show you like
Wait,
like
Mike,
this is like hold on,
Go ahead.
Carla. Like this is like how I see everything on Facebook with that font.
That's the same.
That's the same font.
That's the
Yeah,
same
it's the same
embarrassing font.
Because that's how everything is on my phone. Like my
Wait, how can you see this if you're not supposed to be on Facebook?
Yeah, for
I
real.
can see Facebook. I'm just
You're
not allowed-
trolling. That's
I'm
who you
just-
are. You're trolling. I figured it out.
God damn it! Don't say it one more time or it comes back.
I'm allowed to see what's on Facebook. I'm just not allowed to comment.
That's a cock tease.
It is.
That's got to be the worst.
Like
'Cause
sometimes I'll forget. Sometimes I'll forget that I'm banned. So I'll like something on Facebook, and then I get a big notification like your account is restricted for 27 more days.
Tell us about it, Mike. As people who've not been to Facebook jail, because we don't have horrifying opinions and we don't try to suppress voters and we don't encourage pedophilia in others. What is it like being in Facebook jail? How's the food?
The food's
Do you put
delicious.
money in your
I had
commissary?
delicious eggplant tonight.
Do we need to, does that mean, is that your way of telling us that you were raped?
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. I'd like to say Mike fought off the sisters. I'd like to say that.
I wish I could tell you I fought the good fight. Terry McNeely raped me in Facebook jail.
That's right. Half of your Facebook friends are in jail along with you. It's like it's like you're Norm from Cheers in jail.
Honestly,
McNeely does 30 days standing on his head.
Oh my god.
it's him, McNeely, got like all those guys in one room, and there's fucking and McNeely's like, tomorrow we eat sandwiches.
So are you the guy who slices the garlic up in jail? Is that your role?
No, that's Rich Rada.
He doesn't go to Facebook jail either.
Rich Rada in Facebook jail. You kidding me?
Terry plays the Ray Liotta who
I'll admit I never thought much of Rich Rada when I first laid eyes on him.
Jeff Bosey's the guy that the one from the first scene when they pick who's gonna be the first to cry in jail.
Does that make like Art Shill Brooks?
Oh my god. Who plays Stevie Jeeby? I just want to know who plays Stevie Jeeby.
Oh, got a job at the Foodway. Don't think the manager likes me much.
Art Shield is institutionalized.
Unfucking believable. I go to the park to see Jake. Okay, Art.
So we're not doing politics today, right?
Not really. We could touch on it, but Tuesday's gonna be a heavy politics day.
Yeah.
So we're kind of shying away from it today. But what I did want to,
We're not going to cover anything. We're not going to cover anything going on in politics, just like CNN and the mainstream media,
or Fox News, or
who
Fox
continue-
News.
who
Like
continue-
interestingly enough, isn't it Tucker Carlson
Can I
that
talk? This
got
is
out
my-
of a lawsuit?
This is actually my turn to talk. That
Facebook
refused-
says it's not for 30 days though.
if you're going to do this, I'm going to talk and you're just going to talk over me. You should wait your turn.
I'm just enforcing
Actually,
the
you
law.
shouldn't even talk. You're a woman. All right, shut up.
I'm just enforcing the law.
Who are
Aren't
you,
a law and
Borat?
order guy?
What happened?
Seriously, you're gonna get all of us banned for 30 days.
Jesus Christ.
All the mainstream media who refuse to cover anything about what's going on with Hunter Biden.
Who's that?
I don't know. He's not running for president, is he?
Exactly. His father is, who's involved with every one of his dirty deals.
You know, it's pretty
So
funny.
Why aren't we investigating the Trump children?
Investigate them. Go for it. If there's anything legitimate, go ahead.
Well, they
and
already
investigate.
can't operate a charity, right? So there's that.
Go ahead. And investigate. If they did something wrong, investigate it, find them guilty, and send them to prison. I don't give
They
a fuck.
stole from a
But
kids
now-
cancer charity.
So,
That kind of.
so prove it. Prove it.
It was proven.
Investigate it. Try them.
They just completed court-mandated training.
So convict them and send them to jail if everything's legitimate. And why isn't anybody in Joe Biden's camp denying any of the shit that happened?
Because they're too busy dealing with actual real-world stuff.
This is actual real-world stuff.
Wait, I just have one question.
Russia and giving 10% to the big guy.
This Hunter Biden stuff.
That's real-world shit.
Yeah, but this Hunter Biden stuff isn't new. They've been talking about Hunter Biden for the past year now, and nothing has come out of it. That part I don't get.
Because they refuse to cover it. I mean,
I've heard the stories about it, and I've heard he was, he was acquitted.
I read that
they have the hard drives. Refuse to cover it. I don't care. Trump's still gonna win. No skin off my nuts.
I read the reason why they're not covering it is that, and I just read this today. Every person that dies of COVID, the last things that come out of their mouth is Hunter Biden. Nobody fucking cares about Hunter Biden. Nobody. Honest to God.
You people don't care about anything as long as it doesn't make Trump look bad.
First of all, I thought we were.
Who are you people?
Politics.
I actually wanted to talk about the mysterious Tim Saliani.
I would like to talk about mysterious Tim Saliani.
We're not talking about.
It was brought to my attention that in the past few months, when asked where he lives, Tim Saliani has said not one, not two, and not three, but 4 different towns that I don't know where they are in Suffolk County.
You know, first of all, because you think Suffolk County is one big fucking town. And I tell you every goddamn time, that's the first thing. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hey, dickhead. Hold on a second. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I always tell you where I live. The third thing is, we're not fucking talking about where I live.
Everything in Suffolk County is just east of hot
Honest to God, anytime she gets past fucking Babylon, it's, oh my God, I hear fucking banjos. Now, she mixes all the towns together. Apparently, we all go to one school, and Mrs. fucking Ingalls is teaching.
Wait. Now, do you live near Hunter Biden? Is that where
I do, actually. I do. He borrowed my laptop.
That's why nobody will cover where Tim wants to live. Because he lives near Hunter Biden.
He lives near Hunter Biden.
The mainstream media won't let us know where Tim lives.
Tim runs the mainstream media?
I do.
Yeah. Now, Tim wanted me on the show because he heard me say some controversial stuff. So I figured we get that out the way first.
Yeah, I got. No, white people are the devil.
I mean, I didn't call you guys the devil. I think I could make a case, but I wouldn't call you guys the devil. No.
I have.
Oh, please. I heard you on Pasusu say that you thought Halloween, the movie, the original, was overrated.
Strongly agree.
Of course you do.
I will say.
I swear to God, I didn't even hear you say that. I just watched like half of Halloween right before we started here.
How was it?
I thought it was good. Like I'm not big on horror movies. Like I like them. I like the ones that really scare me. But that I guess is just like a nostalgia thing. I saw it when I was younger. I didn't really see Halloween too many times.
Yeah.
I actually had the Wikipedia to see like what the plot line was again.
A lot of people forget because they don't present the plot line in the movie.
Yeah, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. And,
I like the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Fuck you, first of all. No.
I watched. So I had to do it for the jump cut, right? I had to watch Halloween, the original Halloween, the remake of Halloween, and the Halloween they came out with last year, I believe.
There was one last year?
So which remake? Because there's like 17 of this. Is it the H2O one?
I had to watch. No, I didn't watch the H2O one. I saw that on my own. Back in the day.
Shit.
Yeah, H2O was shit.
H2O was terrible.
Yeah, so was Resurrection after it. I just watched it because rappers were in it. I mean, you put rappers in the horror movies, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, seeing Busta Rhymes in a Halloween movie.
Hey, that's hilarious.
It's really fucking. It's almost as awkward as listening to his new album today.
I have an unpopular opinion about that album also, but I digress.
That it's too long?
Well, everybody says that. That's not the unpopular opinion.
It's a very long album.
That's not the unpopular. Like, they treat Busta Rhymes' new album like it's The Irishman. It's so long that you're just gonna have to say it's good.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's so weird because half the time I can't tell whether he's fucking Eminem making fun of that guy in 8 Mile, the Cookie Monster, or regular Busta Rhymes. Like, there's like fucking 4 different Busta Rhymes on the whole album. Now, that album took 11 years.
It took 11 years to do.
That's why that's why he sounds different.
Yeah, just about. It took him a long time. Like, he hasn't done an album since probably he put out a project in 2012, but it wasn't a specific album per se.
And nobody's listened to him since Ante Up, so that's fine.
No, people listen to him. I mean, he had some stuff. I can't remember the names of the songs.
Since Ante Up?
Since Ante Up, yes, he has had songs since Ante Up. Past the Cavarcier.
That was after?
Cavarcier.
Yeah.
That was after?
Yeah, that was after. He
had that was a Pharrell song?
Yeah, he had Light Your Ass on Fire. He had there's a couple songs. I don't know why we going on this Busta Rhymes rant.
I don't know, because fucking Halloween H2O. Whatever.
5 years from now, we're gonna be. Remember that Busta Rhymes episode of Domestic Disturbance podcast?
I just saw an episode of Cosby where Busta Rhymes was on it, which I thought was hilarious.
Because the people should know that we're just not a one-trick pony. We can talk about anything. Yeah, we got fucking flavor on this show.
But yeah, I've never seen the original Halloween before, and I've heard so many great things. There's been 100 movies on Halloween. I was like, okay, let me go back to the first one. And as I watched the first one, I see where it had the blueprint for horror movies.
Right.
I just feel like it's overhyped. That's all it really is to me.
Mm-mm.
I
Do
mean,
black people really get into Halloween, or is that really like a white thing?
Yes and no.
Yeah. I don't really like recall like seeing black people like give a shit really about Halloween and dressing up.
I mean, later in life, like I saw a lot of people get into Halloween, but growing up, no. That's mostly your guys' thing. You guys like to play dress up and drink.
Well, my black friend growing up was Jehovah's Witness, so they couldn't celebrate Halloween.
Well, yeah, they
or
can't.
Birthday.
Yeah, they can't celebrate birthdays or Halloween. But I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I just didn't do Halloween.
I didn't say
all
child,
even.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Mike?
Don't you find it ironic that Jehovah's
Witnesses? I didn't say just like my black friend when I grew up. He was a Jehovah's Witness.
But it's funny that Jehovah's Witnesses wouldn't celebrate Halloween. They fucking knock on doors for a living.
You're just not allowed
there's white Jehovah's Witnesses, right?
It's the one day that they take off.
I just want to put that out in the open.
No, there's plenty of white Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
I have white Jehovah's Witnesses in my family.
I thought you were saying they're in the basement.
Some of my best friends are Jehovah's Witnesses.
My father's uncle is an elder at a Baptist church.
Why is this?
This is a weird way for you to try to bond with Nigel.
Brothers in Christ.
I know about black things.
I'm
just saying that I wasn't trying to generalize. I was just talking about.
I got you, man. I didn't as a kid.
My friend Adolfo just so happened he was a Jehovah's Witness, so he couldn't celebrate Halloween, and we had to have like secret birthday parties for him too.
Yeah, I mean it happens. I can't speak to Jehovah's Witnesses because
why are you asking for Nigel's opinion on Jehovah's Witnesses? He's not a Jehovah's Witness.
I wasn't asking for his opinion on them. I was stating my experience with blacks.
His
experience with blacks is Jehovah's Witnesses.
With black, not blacks. With black.
My black friend. I'm sorry, I live in East Meadow.
Yeah. As long as his name's not Obama, that's your only other black friend that you hate. But yeah, I grew up not really doing Halloween really. My mother is a pastor. She's not a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
But she's a pastor, and like once I got like 10 or 11, she cut Halloween for us. So my last Halloween, I remember wearing a Batman mask and street clothes. Like I could tell she didn't care anymore. So
that's fucking hysterical.
See the zit? That's fucking.
What are you doing? Oh my God!
This is the Halloween episode.
3D. Don't give us 3D.
I
so
think
what was
the
other stuff? What was the real question?
Well, so after we discussed the Halloween thing, because we discussed a little bit earlier, we talked about like it's Halloween, like, you know what, and I talked about this with Carla, I think, at one point, like, because we were talking about a movie podcast, and I used to do one. I used to do one called Films on Tap, and we used to love like rating horror movies, and I was just curious what your, like, everybody's favorite fucking horror movies are. And I know we don't generally do this on this show, but since we're gonna rip each other's fucking guts out on Tuesday for your people's entertainment, I figured tonight would be just a fucking easygoing night to just talk about that, since Halloween's tomorrow.
I mean, I promise you, none of us are gonna agree on this.
Okay.
There's no way.
No, there will be arguing, but it's not going to be
first.
All right, I'll say, because it's tough to say.
How is it tough to say? Say what you like.
Danielle Asher was right. Poltergeist is a great horror movie. I think the movie that freaked me out the most as a kid was The Exorcist, but I think my favorite horror movie overall growing up was Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman's a decent one.
Candyman's a good one.
I loved that movie.
It wasn't that scary though.
The first time I watched
his first black friend was the Candyman. When he wasn't celebrating his birthday, he was out Candyman-ing it.
Yeah.
First time I watched it was when it first came out on VHS. I watched it during the day, and I was still scared shitless. My neighbor behind the block, my neighbor let me borrow it, and I watched it, and it scared the shit out of me during the day.
And you wonder why he has the views that he has on people of color.
Yeah, because
they're all
black.
They break into your house. They murder white women.
Yeah.
They'll spit bees at you. I'm telling you.
They spit bees.
They spit bees. Who are you, Macaulay Culkin now? What's going on? You're afraid of bees?
Ooh, a lot of Macaulay Culkin talk today.
I love Macaulay Culkin. That's why. I'm a big.
You ever do like a top 5 or 10 Macaulay Culkin movies?
It's hard because there's not 10 Macaulay Culkin movies.
No, there's gotta
they're all
be.
great. I mean, My Girl was one of the greatest movies of all time.
You have Home Alone, Home Alone 2, My Girl 2. Wait,
Right,
he wasn't in My Girl 2.
No, he was dead.
Wasn't he dead in My Girl 1?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
So there you go.
He's got to put on his glasses.
You got Good Son. You got Uncle Buck. You got.
I forgot about Good Son. What a great movie that was.
Yeah.
Saved
with Dad. What'd you say?
Saved.
The later years. Yeah.
He was great in Saved.
Yeah. Saved, Getting Even with Dad. There's that other movie I just talked to you guys about that nobody knows.
What's that?
The one with John Candy.
Wagons East.
Only the Lonely. I think I saw that.
I tried to watch it. It's horrible.
I think I saw that. I don't remember anything about it though.
Yeah. One of John Candy's bad movies that he has.
Aren't they all pretty bad?
I digress. I'm not going into that one because I'm going to have everybody come after me. I already got people yelling at me about Ghostbusters. Now you're going to have John Candy talk?
Because there it is. The two of you will start. Why would you fucking say John Candy's not great...
I'm not going to die on the hill of John Candy. I love Camp Candy, the cartoon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I will not go after him.
Who ironically died on a hill.
Was it cool running?
Climbing up a hill. It might as well have been. Hey, Bozy has an interesting Jaws. Is that a horror movie? Is that do we consider that
See?
So is it a horror movie or is it a thriller or what is it?
I think it's a thriller.
I would say it's a thriller.
I think it's a perfect popcorn thriller, yeah.
Right.
What the hell is a popcorn thriller?
It's a summer blockbuster popcorn movie. It's not like one of those movies where you have to intently watch to figure out shit.
I've never heard of a popcorn movie.
Really?
Never. I've never heard anyone say that before.
Nigel, you've heard of people referring to certain movies as popcorn films?
Yeah. Not as a genre, but yes, I have.
I've heard of blockbuster movies, but like never blockbuster popcorn movie or popcorn movie ever.
When they don't want to say how good or bad a movie is, they just say it's a popcorn film.
Okay.
Oh, is it like saying somebody's seasoned? Is that like when you say somebody's seasoned?
No.
Like,
you know, guys, like Carla Oakerson, she's a popcorn comedian.
That means you're entertaining to watch. Stop it, Mike. I'm trying to get you some later.
I'm well seasoned, as some might say.
Like Schindler's List isn't a popcorn movie.
I watched Schindler's List and I ate popcorn
of
while I was
Of course
watching
you did. You're an abhorrent person.
Who doesn't eat popcorn during the movie?
During Schindler's List?
Popcorn during Schindler's
List. Not only did I
eat that popcorn, liars, you're all lying.
Not only did I eat popcorn during Schindler's List, I also came twice.
There's Mike fucking staring at the pack of Raisinets. I pardon you. I pardon you.
And this is why he's not on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's why I'll be back on Facebook in 27 days, so watch out.
I mean, things to say. M. Beth Davids is a good-looking woman, so I get it.
Who?
M. Beth Davids.
Who's that?
She was the female. What the hell was her name in Schindler's List? I forget. She was an actress in Schindler's List.
My favorite two horror movies are The Shining and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, see, that's why there's so many. Like now I'm thinking The Shining. Maybe that's my favorite. I love it.
I also love People Under the Stairs.
The People Under the Stairs is an underrated. That's another Wes Craven.
Yeah. I watched it later on in life because I was so afraid of I had stairs that people could fit underneath that I would never watch the movie because I didn't want to.
Yeah, my grandparents had stairs like that, and it freaked me the fuck out.
Yes, because there were actually people under those stairs.
It led down to an unfinished basement that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah, same thing with my grandparents. You can actually fit underneath the stairs, and people can grab your ankles if they need to. So I never wanted to watch. Then I watched it, and I'm like, yo, the kid from Mighty Ducks is in it, and Ving Rhames with hair. With hair. Yeah, Ving Rhames is in this movie with hair.
It's weird. Yeah. It's strange. That is for sure.
That's my two picks. Go ahead and fight and go on.
I think Halloween is a good movie and a great, but I don't know if it is nostalgia or maybe Nigel doesn't like it because blacks don't really like Halloween.
No, I don't know. It's not that. I never said I didn't like it. I said it was a little, to me, overhyped. And that's because I'm late on the train. Maybe you guys hyped it up too much. Who knows?
That's probably what it is. If you see it later in life after everybody hypes it for so long. I listen to Howard Stern, Richard Christie, it's his favorite movie of all time, any genre. And he's like, yeah, when it comes on and I hear the theme song, I cry. People love it. And I guess it's when it comes to your favorite movie when you're a young kid.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite horror movie. I just think it's very good in the vein of horror movies.
But horror movies are very bad
in general. Vein of horror movies. You're right. Yeah. But there's certain horror movies that are just they're just up there as far as movies in general. I mean, I'll always watch the original Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I mean, these movies are iconic. Don't get me wrong. Halloween is iconic. I see why they kept making so many different movies after the first Halloween. I just feel like there was no real clear plot for the movie, and it could have been done a little bit better, but I don't think it's a bad movie.
It was doing it on a shoestring budget.
I know.
Listen. It's a terrible movie. It's iconic only because it's a horror movie. It's iconic in the same way Night of the Living Dead is. It's iconic in the same way that Return of the Killer Tomatoes is. None of these are good movies.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
The Mask is creepy.
It's great. Clooney.
There's no plot line at all. And that's why I don't understand why they kept making movies, some of which didn't even have shit to do with the first movie at all.
Hold on a second. None of them did. Halloween 3 is a fucking great movie.
Season of the Witch?
Yes.
But it has nothing to do with Halloween 1. It's just another movie.
I agree. They shouldn't have named it Halloween 3. It was supposed to be an anthology series. So that was the first one was what it was. The second one was supposed to be different, but the first one did so well that fucking, they talked him into doing another one. He didn't even direct it. He just kind of helped, write the fucking script or whatever. And the third one was supposed to be, that's when he came back to be more involved because it was supposed to be an anthology thing. The third fucking Halloween used to get shit on way too much. It is fucking really good.
It's all right. It's all right, but
I've never
it has
seen
nothing to do with anything.
I've never seen it, so
I'm gonna shit on it because if it's Halloween 3 after Halloween 1 and 2 that are somewhat interwoven in their lack of a plot but have the same characters, now Halloween 3 all of a sudden comes out, has nothing to do with anything at all. So yeah, like all of them suck. There were way too many Friday the 13th. The first one was pretty good, but then everything after that, fuck it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with the Friday the 13th also. There's a lot of bad.
Oh man,
overrated.
The
totally
final
overrated.
chapter is
whatever.
I've never seen the final chapter. See, there's so many not Friday. We're talking about Friday the 13th, or we're talking about
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Oh, Friday the 13th. I like, for me, I like first one, Dream Child.
Great video game.
Yeah, and I really like. I like New Nightmare. A lot of people don't like New Nightmare.
I love New Nightmare. New Nightmare was awesome. I loved it. So in the theater, my dad scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I like New Nightmare. I don't know why a lot of people like pick it apart.
I think that I don't think the New Nightmare is that bad. I think a lot of people because they got really into the camp.
I hate the
shit.
camp.
I agree.
Yeah, I hate the camp.
I agree. Too much shtick. You know what did that with Nightmare on Elm Street, and I like all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Except for Freddy's Dead is fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's when they started trying to do like the TV show. Right?
I want to just I
like them as movies, but are they great horror movies? I don't think so.
The first one is.
The first one is.
I think it's fine. Again, I think they're fine, but like it's too campy to me to be really like a great.
That's my problem.
Movie.
That's my problem with horror movies.
For me, if I'm gonna break up like my favorite horror movies like that are really scary, I'm gonna break them up into like when I was little and then now. So when I was younger, Children of the Corn fucked me up.
Oh yeah.
And Hellraiser fucked me up.
Children of the Corn is really.
I was not okay watching those movies.
I still have to finish watching Children of the Corn.
Yeah, I still have trouble driving through a cornfield. I'm not going to drive through. If I'm driving somewhere and it involves driving through a cornfield at night, I'm going a different way.
The movies I haven't finished watching. Hellraiser.
Through a cornfield.
Okay. What happened? Cornfield backwards?
Running through a cornfield naked backwards?
Then now, like as an adult, movies that I've seen as an adult that really kind of like fucked me up and left me a little like are The Ring, the American version and the Japanese version fucked me up, Ringu, and The Grudge and the Japanese version. I think it's called Ju-on.
Yeah, Ju-on.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Both of them terrifying. I don't know what a little girl did to that director, but he is not okay with little girls.
What about The Conjuring? I like The Conjuring.
I don't like the Conjuring movies.
Oh.
Or maybe I saw the wrong ones. I saw Annabelle.
No. We're talking actual Conjuring.
The Conjuring, and then what they did with everything else is a disaster.
Okay, got you. Because Annabelle was horrible.
Conjuring 2 is actually better than the first Conjuring.
Okay.
But the first Conjuring is scarier. It's weird.
Nah, I really like that. Any other recent movies that you would say are really scary, kind of like?
No.
I'm gonna say recent movies that other people have told me are scary, and I've seen them, and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people, and that is The Witch and Hereditary. People told me were scary, great movies. They were trash.
All right.
See, that's what I heard. But I feel like Nigel, like no, like I've put on like movies that are supposed to be scary. And I turn them off after a half hour. I'm like, no, it's not doing anything, and I'm alone in the dark. And
it's the newer movies that do it. The older movies are the ones that have that realistic feel to them because there's no super special effects. There's no like, it feels real.
Well, because the new horror movies have gotten the A24 treatment. Yeah. Where everything has to be artsy and deeper than fucking, just what's on screen. And it really shouldn't have to be that way. Hereditary, I did like, but I wouldn't say it was fucking groundbreakingly scary.
Scary
and
at
The
all.
Witch.
Naked old people.
The Witch, I would literally I'd rather watch my grandparents fuck than sit through The Witch again. It is.
I also would rather watch your grandparents fuck again.
I mean, I got a shovel and some flashlights. We can make that happen. I'd rather do that than fucking watch The Witch. It's god awful.
And then that same director.
Yeah, that guy's having a puppet show next week on Domestic Disturbance.
Didn't that same director then did Midsummer?
I don't like that movie.
I purposely didn't see Midsummer because I
saw it.
Sucked.
I saw it. It was
sucked, and I was like, I'm over it with this.
I did not like Midsummer at all.
Did you see The Witch or Hereditary?
I didn't see The Witch or the Hereditary, but I saw Midsummer, and I reviewed that movie. And that movie is not scary. It is like the craziest thing I've ever seen, and it's gross for no apparent reason whatsoever. I don't like the movie at all.
Yeah.
What about that? Is the House on Haunted Hill? That's a movie, right? Is that a thing?
That's a remake
It's a remake. That's a yeah.
Was that supposed to be scary? I didn't see it.
The remake?
Yeah.
The Vincent Price one's better.
Like the Bly Manor or some shit.
Oh, you're talking about the Haunting. Yeah.
Haunting, yeah.
But like I said, these newer movies aren't scary to us. It's those old movies. It's the movies like
because there was
the Corn. It's the movies
because there was a formula and it was new and
Well, that's one of the reasons that I think The Ring was so scary is because we hadn't seen visuals like that before.
I guess I have to tell my Ring story.
With like the hair, I have a great Ring story too. With like the hair, and it was just like a little girl, and it was like creepy movements, but it wasn't like there was nothing like it was just kind of a kid and a lot of weird imagery. But it was terrifying. But Nigel, tell us your Ring story, and then I'll tell you my Ring story.
All right, everybody at home, listen. This is probably the most stereotypical you're ever going to hear me be.
Yes.
And I feel like I need to share this story because.
So there I am in the middle of a movie acting out Othello, like.
There you go. That's actually what I did. So yeah, I have never seen The Ring. I snuck in to see The Ring with my good friend Fudge and another friend of mine, and we snuck in and we sat for the last like 10 minutes of the movie, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I see this girl
probably talking through the whole movie.
No, I just walked in, didn't see it. Don't know what's going on. She has this VHS tape and she's just like pulling the VHS tape. I wait till the whole thing gets silent and I scream out, "You should have bought the DVD." And the whole crowd started laughing so hard. And then I walked out.
Holy good Lord.
I'm ashamed of what I did. I was young.
Shame.
I thought I could make the movie funny. I'm sorry. It needed some sprucing up.
That's hilarious.
So you don't like The Ring? It wasn't your thing.
I've never
saw it.
Oh, he didn't get to see the whole thing. All right.
I never saw the whole thing because of what I did. That memory will forever be in my mind. I tried to watch the movie afterwards. I did. I tried to watch the movie afterwards. It didn't hold me.
You ever get kicked out of a movie?
Grudge?
The Grudge didn't hold me either. I tried with the fist in the back of the neck. Yeah, no, it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, The Grudge I didn't think was that great.
I thought it was good.
I like Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I couldn't support it.
I mean, I like Cruel Intentions, Sarah Michelle Gellar, but
I was a Buffy guy.
Yeah.
Tim, you just asked, did anybody ever get kicked out of a movie theater?
Yes.
I've never gotten kicked out.
No.
Once, I'll tell you, the movie it was Simon Birch.
Why?
If anybody knows Simon Birch, it's about some like goofy little kid with spine problems.
Yes.
I was not expecting that. Do tell.
One day, it was after lacrosse practice, me and my friend Brant went to...
Good Lord, you're a douche. God damn, you're a douche.
It's always Brent. It's
Hold on a
always the
second.
Brent that like gets you in trouble, isn't it?
Yep, it's always Brant.
Because we weren't allowed to hang out with Murph or Squee anymore.
Let me break open my fucking Dunkaroos if this is gonna get any whiter.
Brent is the white version of Tyrone.
Yeah, exactly.
You can always call on Brent.
I just came from lacrosse practice with Brent.
Just came from lacrosse practice with Brent.
I will admit that's the whitest thing I've ever said.
That is. I've never heard it.
Lacrosse uniforms on. Brent's parents dropped us off at the movie theater. Simon Birch comes on, and we were laughing through the whole thing. It's supposed to be sad about like some goofy little kid with development.
Why did you pay money to go see Simon Birch?
I don't know why the fuck. We're probably like 10, 12 years old, maybe. I don't know why we saw Simon.
Was he considerably smaller than you?
Brant was actually he was the shortest Division I lacrosse player at West Point University. He's 5'2".
Simon Birch.
Yeah, and we were laughing, and all of a sudden the ticket guy comes over and he asked us to leave. We had to call my parents to come pick us up, and we said we didn't like the movie. That's why it ended early.
How is it that I outed myself for talking in movie theaters and I've never gotten kicked out?
Yeah, right.
You go and laugh at
because it's expected.
It's expected
that you get kicked out.
I've never gotten kicked out.
I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten kicked out.
I think because the movie theaters that Mike goes to, there's a lot of people named Karen there.
Yeah, it was Broadway Mall movie theater.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna call and complain. See, Sunrise Mall movie theater, they're not gonna call and complain.
Like this family's trying to like make this an emotional movie, and there's couples there, and me and my goofy lacrosse friend are just laughing at this little kid problems.
You're talking in the middle of Simon Birch. I'm talking in the middle of Next Friday. Totally different thing going on here.
In all fairness, Next Friday is like Follow the Bouncing Ball. You're just supposed to shout out the lines. So.
Right.
I mean, fucking Simon Birch, Mike, really?
Yeah, Simon Birch was the movie I got kicked out of.
That's fucking funny.
This is why Mike is the way he is.
Yeah.
Shame, Mike. Shame.
All right, we got yelled at one time. It was the last Purge movie because it was so fucking bad.
That's a scary movie.
Well, the original Purge is not bad.
The original Purge is really scary.
Yeah.
Is it? I've never seen it.
The last Purge movie takes place in what is supposed to be Staten Island, but it's clearly Toronto.
That was scary too. I thought it was scary.
No.
It was
no,
scary.
Are you kidding? There's a scene.
Hopeful that they'd start taking people out from Staten Island.
Picture, if you will, Nigel. There's a fucking scene in this movie where like one of the heroes is down, right? Like he's like the guy that's the white guy that's like now trying to save the black community, right? Oh no, it was warring drug dealers. So one of the drug dealers was down because they got together to try to stop the people purging because the government was sending in troops to take out all the black people.
Who's the white guy?
I forget.
This is why I've never seen this movie.
Yeah,
so, we saw that with you, Carla, right? In the movie theater?
Did you?
So.
Never mind.
So,
oh boy.
Whatever. So there's a scene where one of them has been shot and he's like wounded next to the car, and his friend, who is literally dressed like the Black John McClane, right, with the wife beater and everything, throws a gun over his shoulder like a fucking M16 that he found, and then fist bumps the other guy and slowly fucking walks into the building where he's gonna fight all these fucking. I nearly pissed myself when I saw him fist bump this guy.
I don't remember that.
And we just say that this is the last Purge that you're talking about.
The last one.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah, this is the one that's called the last Purge, right? That has black.
I think it's the first Purge.
It's the first Purge.
Oh, the first Purge. That's what it's called, or something like that.
Right.
It's the one. It's the leprechaun of the hood of the Purge movies.
Fucking Ice-T, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't watch this either. I see enough black people getting shot during the news. I don't need to see this on the movies. Yeah.
That's
I'm
fair.
Good. I'm good. Thanks.
That's fair. Oh, it was so bad though. Fucking Christ. Really, really bad. That and A Ghost Story is the other one. See, this is the thing. Like A24.
How about Ghost Dad?
Oh, I mean, come on.
I mean, Ghost Dad is it was for its time and it was okay.
It's no Leonard Part 6. Stop.
Leonard Part 6 is horrible. I won't defend Leonard Part 6. I'll try to defend Ghost Dad. I can't defend Leonard Part 6.
Well, you've never wanted to just kill somebody by slapping a hamburger against their face? Holy fucking Christ, man. This is Carla's nightmare, by the way, talking movies.
I'm not sure exactly why you would say that, Tim.
Well, because every time we're on and we start talking movies, you fucking lose it.
No, you're incorrect. Every time we're on and you guys talk about Jaws ad nauseum, it's boring as shit for the people watching and boring as shit for me. So I don't lose it. I'm just trying to help you guys out because you're boring the shit out of everyone but
everyone loves Jaws, Carla.
Nobody loves when you guys talk about Jaws. No one cares. No one cares.
We're gonna need a bigger boat for this.
I disagree. I disagree.
No one cares.
So
you don't even talk about Jaws. All you do is throw out Jaws lines.
Because they're the best.
Incredibly dumb.
You ever hear Quint speak about the USS Indianapolis?
I think you're gonna ignore this particular problem until it swims up and bites you in the ass.
This is hilarious. I'm with Carlo on this one because
will you stop?
You ready for this one?
Stop. Oh, I think Jaws is overrated.
Never seen Jaws.
Really? How do you do a fucking movie podcast and you've never seen Jaws? You do 2 movie podcasts, 2 of them.
I do. Eddie Murphy's not in Jaws. So.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy is not in Jaws. He is correct about that.
He could have been.
He's correct.
There's not too many. I hear there's not too many black people in Jaws, so I can't.
No black people in Jaws. None. Not a one.
Mario Peebles was in Jaws 4.
Okay, you guys only talk about Jaws 1.
Well, I mean, I can go down the gamut if you'd like.
The only Jaws I ever saw
we can take this motherfucker
Jaws.
right to Cable Junction. That's fine.
The only Jaws I ever somewhat enjoyed was the Aquarium Jaws. That was the only one.
Fucking Louis Gossett.
Yeah, the Aquarium Jaws.
I loved it. It was such a bad movie, and I loved it.
I saw
you guys blathering on about the original Jaws.
Dennis Quaid
for a half hour. 13-footer tiger shark.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid is an amazing actor. Randy Quaid.
That man died for your sins, sir.
He's weird.
He
Randy
did.
Quaid's a weirdo.
Randy Quaid is a weirdo, and he made a whole career on being a weirdo.
That's fine.
Randy Quaid, yeah, Randy Quaid's a fucking maniac now, but
he's the Andy Dick of his generation.
Yeah, Cousin Eddie, brilliant character.
Brilliant character. Kingpin, stop.
Kingpin, phenomenal. Major League. I mean, he had such a small part in Major League. Yeah, but I loved it. It was awesome.
In Major League or Major League 2?
Major League 2.
Major League 2.
Yeah, Major League 2, he was in there a lot. Yeah, but he's just weird.
The wild thing.
I just feel like Dennis Quaid got all the good chromosomes, and Randy Quaid got hold the short end of the stick.
That's fucking funny.
Exactly right.
Didn't Dennis Quaid just get duped into doing an anti-coronavirus commercial or some shit? Yeah.
Times are hard. You gotta take what you take. You get
right?
what you get, and you don't get upset.
I get you, but Randy Quaid should have bit that bullet for him.
That's true.
Randy Quaid is supposed to bite the bullet for his brother. I'm sorry. That's supposed to happen.
Which one of them had babies that were given adult doses of heparin and almost died?
That was Randy Quaid, right? And now he's living in a bush in Vancouver.
But his babies didn't die. He has new twin babies.
I think Randy Quaid
gave them heparin
for Dennis Quaid. That's what I think. I think he helped him out.
Yeah.
He's the
when Randy Quaid was
goofus to his gallant. Is that what you're saying?
When he was releasing those crazy videos with his wife, that was awesome.
They were on the lam.
Baskin?
Yeah.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Here all night, folks.
Oh my God. That's too fun. I still can't believe that this whole goddamn thing pretty much started with that fucking documentary.
I know, right?
It all went to shit. Starting with that.
It was 10 years ago that we were watching Tiger King when there's supposed to be 2-week lockdown.
Yeah, it feels like forever, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not running for president now.
I know, right?
I mean, he would have got a better turnout this time around than last time.
How long is he supposed to be in jail for? Do you know?
A long time.
A while.
Isn't it a murder charge?
He got like, did he get like 20?
Something like that. He's trying to get Trump to pardon him right now.
Yeah.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Hey, are any of you guys watching the Comedy Store thing on Showtime?
I started to.
2 episodes.
I have not watched it yet.
I love it.
Yeah, Johnny McDonald tells me about it every week.
Oh, really? Johnny McDonald's into it? Yeah.
It's good.
It's great. It's really good. The first episode's wild, man. Like the Freddie Prinze story.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jimmy J.J. Walker tells the coolest story. Like I knew like Freddie Prinze from Chico and the Man and having a gorgeous son. But I knew he was like a stand-up because I read a stand-up book when I first started doing stand-up, and I didn't know he was supposed to be like the next hot stand-up. Like he was hanging out and doing roasts with fucking Dean Martin and Sinatra and all those guys as a young kid, and so I guess he was the hottest thing going, and he was on the cover of all the Tiger Beat, Teenage Girl, Vagina Dripping magazines.
He was like Hispanic Kevin Hart, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Vagina dripping magazines.
He was like a funnier Pete Davidson.
It's a whack bi-quarterly.
And
I'm gonna get a message for that. I'm sorry.
The Jimmy J.J. Dynamite Walker is telling the story. He was very close with Freddie Prinze. And he was saying that Freddie Prinze used to go to the magazine stores and hang out there. People would be like, oh my God, you're Freddie Prinze. You're on the magazine. So time passes. Now Welcome Back Kotter is the hottest thing on TV. Freddie Prinze gets bumped. John Travolta's on the cover of all these magazines now. And Freddie Prinze is like, he's like, we got to kill John Travolta.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Walker's like, we're not killing no John Travolta.
Yes.
I would love that. Think about Freddie Prinze being in Pulp Fiction right now.
I know, right? Exactly.
You know?
You're exactly right. But
he could have been playing Gotti. He could have been in Battlefield Earth. All of the bad John Travolta movies that we've seen over the years, Freddie Prinze could have been that guy. Look Who's Talking. Look
who's talking too. My God.
He would have been Kardashian in the OJ movie.
Exactly.
He was not bad in that.
Leading Scientologist whose family dies.
Look like Rob Kardashian. I mean, like Rob Shapiro. I mean, not Rob Kardashian.
Did you see him in the Fred Durst directed movie?
I didn't watch it, but I heard about it, how bad it was.
Holy fuck.
I didn't watch it, but I heard how bad it was. I heard how much money it made in the box office.
Dude.
Like there was some underage teenage boy masseuse that had some information.
Oh my God.
Made him agree to do that movie.
Freddie Prinze could have been the Bubble Boy.
Freddie Prinze could have been the Bubble. He could have been Urban Cowboy.
Oh my God.
Could have been Saturday Night Fever.
He could have had the hard on and Staying Alive. You know that part where they're exercising?
Yeah, exactly. It would have been like Puerto Rican Saturday Night Fever instead of Italian. That would have been awesome.
Sorry, Carla, we're boring you. My bad. I'm
sorry.
But
the long story short, though, is like Freddie Prinze was gonna kill John Travolta. Actually, went to a sporting goods store and bought a crossbow.
Yep.
Picked up Jimmy Walker. Jimmy Walker's like, you're out of your fucking mind, because Freddie Prinze was coked out of his face. He had cocaine psychosis. He was a big cokehead. And
who among us hasn't wanted to shoot somebody with a crossbow?
He actually went to John Travolta's apartment. He knew where he lived. And luckily, John Travolta was not home at the time. Jimmy Walker's like, I was relieved. And then he turns around, and Freddie Prinze fires 3 shots from the crossbow into John Travolta's door.
Oh, wow.
And Jimmy Walker's like, so John Travolta, if you're ever wondering why there were 3 arrows in your door when you got home, it was Freddie Prinze. But they actually showed the police report.
From John Travolta.
Yeah. That's a real story. I'm like Jimmy Walker's telling the story. It's probably bullshit. They were all coke. But no, there's an actual police report. And imagine if Freddie Prinze actually killed John Travolta. That would have been the wildest story in Hollywood.
That's like the best Back to the Future story I've ever heard of.
Who would have played Castor Troy? That would have been rough.
I don't know. Maybe.
And that's just in the first episode of this Comedy Store thing. Yeah. There's a lot of great stories. I mean, that's where everyone started. That's where Letterman, Leno, Jim Carrey.
You know what the craziest cocaine story I heard about, like a comic, like Richard Pryor. No, Richard Pryor did so much coke that when he was dating Pam Grier, he had coke in his sperm. and it messed up her uterus.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I heard, because she went to the doctor and she's like, listen, are you like experimenting with cocaine, or like you using it like on sex products? Is your partner putting on his penis and having sex with you? Like, she's like, no. She's like, your whole insides are coated with cocaine. You guys didn't hear the story?
I heard something about that. I did hear something about that.
But the fucking drug addict that Pryor is at the time, and you're letting him dump batches inside you? Like, what fucking...
I mean,
exactly.
He didn't know.
So he's Richard Pryor.
It's on a documentary on Showtime. It's another one. It's called Omit the Logic. I think it's on there.
Oh, yeah? Check that out.
Yeah, and they tell that story because I never knew that he was engaged to Pam Grier.
Oh, I did know that. I had read that before.
I didn't know that, and I didn't know he paid Jim Brown to be his sober coach. So anytime Richard Pryor would go do cocaine, Jim Brown had to whoop his ass.
Really?
Yeah. He paid him to beat him up.
He paid.
Speaking of lacrosse, Jim Brown is probably the greatest lacrosse player of all time.
Method Man. Also, Method Man. Yeah, Black Hall of Fame of lacrosse players. Wyandanch had a lacrosse team too. I just want to let you guys know, black people do play lacrosse.
Yep.
Freeport has a great lacrosse team.
Who?
Freeport.
Oh, see?
Yep. Yeah. Jerome Pittman, East Meadow High School, great lacrosse player.
Breaking stereotypes for white people. You see that?
It's not just all Chads and Tylers.
See that, Keegan? It's not just you and Squee that play lacrosse.
Nope, but they're the ones getting.
I can't see Mike playing lacrosse. I'm sorry.
They're the ones being disruptive in the movie theater. Meanwhile, all the black lacrosse players are the ones getting the fucking shit for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Unfucking real.
Mike, you really were on the lacrosse team?
Oh yeah, I was an all-star lacrosse player.
I was on the track team, so we're even.
I was on the track team only because I threw shot put, but I still have
here. Shot put and discus.
I still have a letter from high school for being on the track team. I never ran an inch. I fucking threw the shot put.
I did shot put and discus, and I quit so I could work at Adventureland.
Nice.
That's hysterical.
I went to like 5 meets, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I need to make some money."
Did you ever get in trouble on the track team, and they made you do the actual fucking like relays and stuff like that? Because we got in trouble.
Yeah, they used to make me do that. They used to make me run from one high school to another high school. It was late. Well, I was coming from Tech.
It's called busing, Nigel. I just
hey, it is what it is. Hey, there's 2 different schools in my district, so I had to run from one high school to the other one, and back. So
Yeah, they never punished me having to run because it was the only shot putters on my team were me and my buddy Anthony, 2 big dudes that we're not gonna run. I would watch the whole rest of the track team run. I'd be there smoking a cigarette. I'd throw the shot put 5 times at practice. That's it.
Yeah, I used to throw mine like a hand grenade. Like I was nice.
Yeah,
they used to make us do.
Tried discus. I couldn't get discus. I couldn't do
discus. I had long arms. I had the leg width and span. I used to do the whole thing 3 times and just tossed it. Yeah, I was nice in discus.
They tried to get me that. I wasn't good at it.
If we got in trouble, we had to do the 400 relay, which was. And it was all the fat guys. So they used to call it the fat guy relay. It was absolutely hysterical at how long it took us to finish the fucking thing.
Carla, did you do any track or?
I didn't. I played soccer and cheerleading. Sorry, guys.
You were a cheerleader?
It's cool. It's cool if you played football.
I didn't play football.
You were a cheerleader?
Football?
I was.
I didn't know that. I can't see you being a cheerleader.
You still have a uniform?
Yes, I do.
See, if you
Mike wants to put it on,
you would have known this stuff already.
Yeah, really. If she really loved me, she would have worn it for me. She wouldn't even speak Spanish in bed to me.
Maybe if you were nicer, maybe that would have happened. I don't think you really want her to.
Like one little "ay puppy." That's all I ask.
She's probably gonna curse you out. Like,
okay, puppy. I'll call you puppy all day. Pup, puppy, pup.
Puppy.
All right, puppy.
The closest thing you're gonna get is "Gallate." Gallate la boca.
I don't think she wants me to learn Spanish anyway, because then I'll know when her and her mother are talking about me.
Yo, because you hear Gordo Marica and we're talking about you.
I'm like we're not talking about you. You're just being paranoid. I'm like, your mother pointed at me and said Gordo. I'm like, I
know. Maybe she just watched Stand By Me, Mike. You don't know.
Because she keeps calling him Gordo. He knows what it means. That's like saying gringo.
Mike was like, do your parents think my name is Gordon?
Why do they keep calling me Gordo? Gordito. I'm mad they're not calling him that.
Hey, Mama,
it's always like Miguelito or like, there's always an Ito at the end of something.
I'm telling her mother, I'm like, correct her. I'm like, I know you live in Colombia, but it's pronounced Mike, not Gordo.
That's amazing. Oh Christ! Oh my God! So Plagianos just brought up.
Plagianos is on fire tonight in the comments.
Yeah,
by the way.
I haven't been seeing
Christian Slater.
I can't answer the comments because I'm in Facebook jail, not allowed to talk.
Christian Slater was in the Tales from the Dark Side movie. I think.
I love Tales from.
Okay.
Little African masks chase him around.
A mummy. I believe.
I thought it was little Who gets chased by little African masks?
I think you're thinking of like Tales from the Hood 3.
No.
I never saw it from 3. I thought there was only 2.
No, there's a third one.
Oh,
there's a third one. Rusty
I watched Tales from the Hood for the first time in like 5 years ago.
That was the first time that you saw Tales from. I loved Tales from the Hood. I saw it in the movies.
Well, see, I didn't think it was going to be a good movie until it was on Netflix.
Rusty Condiff did a good job.
Yeah, I didn't think so because I'm hit or miss with him with those movies.
Yeah.
So like Fear of a Black Hat and Sprung, I've seen, and I'm like, I'm okay with Fear of a Black Hat, but it reminds me of CB4. They both came out at the same time, so like, it's like okay, fine, cool. But Rusty Condiff did Chappelle Show, and I will always support him for that. But I didn't see Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the Hood it's good.
Yeah.
Clarence Williams III is great in it. It's a good movie, and the soundtrack is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I didn't watch it or listen to it in real time because I thought it sucked. Like a lot of the black movies back then, like I'm sorry, I couldn't watch them all.
Well, you were probably comparing everything to Spike.
Not really. I'm a big Spike fan, but I'm not like I wasn't comparing like Boys in the Hood and like all these other because even like with
Singleton's different.
Even the movies that you guys feel like are like up here in hype, like I have the same arguments with certain movies in my community as well.
That's fair. Fair. So you think Boys in the Hood is overhyped?
Boys in the Hood not overhyped. Poetic Justice is.
Poetic Justice is terrible. I don't like.
And I actually said that to John Singleton first time I met him.
Menace to Society, more gritty than Boys in the Hood?
Menace to Society is a little bit more gritty than Boys in the Hood.
Agreed.
It's not as good as Boys in the Hood.
Agreed.
But it is grittier, and I see the charm behind it. I see what they were trying to do.
Well, it's MC8 that does it.
Yeah, there are some marks that it doesn't hit, but it's okay. Serviceable.
It's good. I liked it. I like it a lot. That's another good soundtrack.
And the fact that Tupac was supposed to be in it. And
he wasn't. He beat the shit out of which one was
Brothers.
It? Yeah, I forget which one.
On the set of In Living Color.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why
Carla, you see this?
I'm just really, internally laughing hysterically at fucking Tim going, "We're gonna compare him to Spike." Like, you're gonna use his first name? Are you friends with him? Is like you talk to when you talk about.
Hey, shitbag, we're discussing movies.
Talk about Martin. I know, but you're gonna compare him to Spike or Martin or Mario? Like, what, Steven?
What do you have to add, Carla? Go ahead, hit us with it.
That was obnoxious. Just roll around in it and accept that it was obnoxious. It was obnoxious.
It wasn't fucking obnoxious, but go ahead. You know what's obnoxious? Obnoxious is having on a shit face and then going into, Tim said Spike, and that's.
It's obnoxious.
I won't say it's obnoxious because I do have a Spike Lee picture behind me.
That's exactly why I fucking said it.
But when you're talking to somebody and you're like, "Well, you're talking about Spike," it's like, Really? Are you
I
talking about
didn't.
your buddy
Yeah,
Spike?
a
Your neighbor
Spike,
Spike?
because
Your
Spike is
homeboy
a
Spike?
name that's unlike many other fucking names. We weren't talking about De Niro, and I said, Bobby's movie. Fucking come on.
I mean, it's literally the same thing.
It is not the same thing.
It's literally the same thing.
Can we talk about De Niro, by the way?
Yes.
So, how do you guys feel about De Niro? His career overall.
His divorce is pretty ugly.
Yeah, that is ugly.
Up until 1994, great.
Okay, so you guys are all in agreement.
I would say up until I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
All right, so you're Meet the Fockers. Carla?
I don't like Meet the Fockers.
I liked him in Meet the Fockers. I think it's interesting when you have somebody who is bringing that, all the roles that he's famous for and bringing it into like a comedic role. I think it works.
Meet the Parents was good. Meet the Fockers sucks.
Yeah.
Meet the Parents. I don't even think Meet the Parents is that great. Listen,
I liked it. It's for what
De Niro
it was.
Robert De Niro doing comedic roles.
You mean Bobby?
There you go.
Mean Bobby?
There you go.
Oh.
Do you mean
Bobbo.
Bobbo? Oh, Bob?
Fucker.
Andrew Plagino said Spike Jones with a question mark.
Motherfucker. Come on.
I was going to say Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Who's thinking Spike Jones?
Spike.
Oh, I don't know.
Although that Beastie Boys documentary was really good.
Yeah, see? Spike Jones is a good video director.
When you say Spike, I assume you're talking about Spike Lee because I know
you guys are close. You are. We're comparing black directors.
Me and Andy and the other whites thought you were talking about Jones. So.
Yeah, these guys are like, Dick Farm or Dick House Productions, whatever the fuck it is. No. But, Spike Lee. Sorry. I'll say the whole goddamn name next time. My apologies.
Yeah, Robert De Niro, anything after Casino fucking sucked.
No way. Analyze This was great. Analyze This was great. It was great.
Nah, it was overblown.
See,
it insisted upon itself.
You're good. You're good.
You're good.
You.
I think it's the same thing. It's taking like the roles that he's become famous for and putting them in a comedic setting, and it really works.
You know when Robert De Niro's comedic really works well in Midnight Run.
You mean my friend Bob?
That's right. Your friend Bob. Your friend Bobby. Bobby D.
But like Analyze This is like a caricature of the great roles that he played, and I don't know.
So I said Robert De Niro because Andrew Plagino said De Niro is living proof of the end of The Dark Knight.
What?
Yeah. So
you live long enough. You live long enough. Yeah.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yourself become the villain.
Yeah.
Because he sucked after Casino, and then he does bullshit movies, Bad Grandpa, and fucking.
So this is why I do a podcast about
Irishman was shit.
Right. This is why I do a podcast about Eddie Murphy, because even though De Niro has been doing movies for, I want to say over 50 years now. Can we say 50 years that he's been doing movies?
De Niro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say 50. Yeah. So like, let's say since I guess the 70s.
Mean Streets, I guess, or I don't know.
So it's been about 50. He has a 50-year career, right? And in that time, you are out there long enough to see yourself have the highest heights and the lowest lows. And the greatest things you are, like if you put his top 5 movies, I guarantee you right now, anybody that you say is better than De Niro he's killing them. But we still see him as being bad. You know what I'm saying? We still say, oh yeah, but he had a whole bunch of bad movies for the past 20 years, so we can't really count that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he's not great.
Okay, I mean, look, Godfather 2, Taxi Driver, Bronx
exactly.
Tale,
Mean Streets is a great catalog.
When you go to his catalog and you go, oh wow, this is what I remember him for. This is
why Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter.
Exactly. So, and that's what I say when I talk about Eddie Murphy. A lot of people go to those bad movies, and I'm like, but what about the great movies? Like, for instance, we were talking about Distinguished Gentleman earlier, and a lot of you guys said, oh, you really like that movie. But when I go to see the critics ratings on it, it's like 22%, maybe 13%.
Eddie's Eddie's jump off string of movies. I mean, there's an argument to be made between him and De Niro as far as their string of first, like, let's say 6 outings, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because
except for Best Defense.
What was that?
Except for Best Defense, but I digress.
No, that's
Eddie was so great that people forgot that he had a bad movie.
That is fair.
Good movies.
That is fair. I mean, but think about his Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop 2, right?
You putting that in like his top 5 or?
Well, I'm telling you, his string when he first basically started.
The movies are 48 Hours,
right?
Trading Places,
right.
Beverly Hills Cop,
right?
You have Golden Child. I'm omitting Best Defense, by the way, in this whole run.
Is Golden Child before another Trading Places?
There isn't another. You talking about another 48 Hours?
Another 48 Hours, Riley. Sorry, my bad.
It's Golden Child. Yes, it's before another 48 Hours because after Golden Child, you have Raw, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Right.
Then you have Coming to America. Then you have Harlem Nights. Distinguished, another 48 Hours. Then Distinguished Gentleman. Then Boomerang. Beverly Hills Cop 3. I'm good at this. Vampire in Brooklyn.
I was gonna say you do a podcast.
Professor, you want me to keep going?
No. Because I'm trying to.
I just want to see if you're able to keep going.
I can if you want me to. Where was that? Nutty Professor. That was 96.
He's got the rest of his fucking podcast year mapped out. Of course he does.
I know this stuff. After that is 97. Didn't do anything 97, but 98 he had Holy Man and Metro. After that was Life and Bowfinger. Then
Bowfinger.
Nutty Professor 2. After Nutty Professor 2 was Pluto Nash and Shrek. I believe those 2 movies came out in the same year. Wow. I'm boring everybody with this, so
no, because I'm just trying to see.
And it was Shalimar Sayuli.
I mean, let's be honest. Fucking De Niro started in 65, and it was a string of fucking movies that I don't recall at all. It isn't until 73 when he does Mean Streets, right? Then you have The Godfather Part 2. Then you have Taxi Driver. And then there's 1900, The Last Tycoon, New York, New York. I remember New York, New York. But then The Deer Hunter, and then you have Raging Bull. So I think Eddie probably has the better string of jump-off career movies.
I think that he does out of everyone, to be honest with you. Your Bill Murrays, your Steve Martins, your whoever you hold up high in your comedy icons, even your John Candys. I believe that Eddie Murphy has a better body of work starting out than a lot of them. And I would argue that if you put the same hits and misses, I believe that he has just as much as anyone else, as your Robin Williams, as anybody, Will Ferrell, whoever you have, Jim Carrey, whoever.
Rowan Atkinson.
Don't even talk to me about that guy.
No, you don't like Blackadder? Stop it.
I don't like that guy. I don't like Mr. Bean.
I don't like Mr. Bean. You don't like that slapsticky shit?
I don't like that.
I loved Mr. Bean when I was a kid.
Yeah. I think they should I love British humor. They should bring back Trigger Happy TV. It was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, Trigger Happy TV. That was a Monty Python guys. Like John Cleese was.
Danielle said Delirious. Delirious is not a actual Eddie Murphy movie. It's a special that was on HBO.
Right.
So I didn't count it, but Raw, it was a actual movie.
Raw was a movie. Just like You So Crazy.
And we used to watch Delirious every Friday night at my friend Matt's house.
Delirious is a masterpiece. I don't know how Carla feels about Delirious.
Love it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just feeling a little under the weather, so I'm just letting you guys roll.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted you to be a part of it. I didn't want to bore you or anything.
No, it's okay. I don't know what happened to us. We on the way home, all 3 of us suddenly started losing our voices. And then
because you were running around the restaurant yelling at each other.
And then my little one said she wasn't feeling well and then went right to sleep, which is rare. That's odd. And my bigger one, my older one, just also said she's just gonna go right to bed, and she just kind of took off. And then I was just sitting here, like that's why I had 2 cups of tea, because right before that my voice was in and out, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I was very like
temperature dropped.
There's this thing going around. It's called COVID.
Yeah.
I'm doing COVID 20 right now.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but you know,
it's really just my voice, and I'm stuffed up. But like, it's kind. I feel like it's been a week of like ups and downs, like just weird stuff. But none of it seems COVID like. It's no COVID symptoms.
I got you. I think. Yeah, I think you're allowed to be sick. Like this is the time of year when people's allergies flare up too. So
allergies is shit.
That's what's interesting is I get allergy shots. So this week I got, in the same day on Tuesday, I got allergy shots and my flu shot, and it's been fucking downhill since then.
Well, it's the flu.
Like, I was fine Tuesday morning, and then I got my allergy shots and my flu shot, and then it just took me out for Wednesday, Thursday, and then this morning the new symptom is my voice is kind of scratchy.
It's probably the voice is from your allergies. The reason why you're feeling like shit right now is the flu shot's going to do that to you.
Yeah.
So that's your body fighting it.
So I'm just doing the tea and listening to you guys, letting you guys regale me with your movie knowledge. You're so
waiting for spots to shit on Tim.
Listen, people are on here like saying their favorite Eddie Murphy movies and like.
Yeah. I just sent a quick couple of text messages to Spike and Bobby to make sure they're tuning in.
Spike and Bobby. Let Eddie know that I'm here too.
I texted Ed. Don't worry, I texted Ed.
All right. Ed knows, because from what I hear,
what's the opposite of above Mike?
Huh? What happened?
What?
I can't say
above
below.
Mike?
I can't say below me, so below him.
Above Mike?
Yes.
Above Mike?
Yeah, below Mike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Below me.
I was just going to say, I'm not supposed to say this, but I will tell you guys anyway. The Murphy Monday podcast is Eddie Murphy's favorite podcast. It's probably the only podcast he listens to. But it's
That is right. Make sure you guys listen to Niall's podcast, the Murphy Monday podcast.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. If you guys like movies and you like hearing me rant about stuff,
I like the jump cut too, and I never get to catch it when it's live. So when I listen to it, I become enraged a lot
because of Steve, right?
Yeah.
he's like in his early 20s, and like he's never seen anything.
I'm like, motherfucker! Like I just want to. Again, I did films on. These guys were on films on tap for I don't know what 3-4 years, and like we watched everything. Every fucking thing. There were years that I watched probably over 130 movies.
Yeah,
you know, and I just watch anything.
I hate it because like he'll try to get me to watch something that I probably would never watch, and I get him to watch something that he should have watched a long time ago, and he does he's never seen any of the Rocky movies. He's never seen anything really. Like Godfather, he just watched for the first time. He's never seen Goodfellas. He's never seen Casino.
Wow.
He hasn't seen anything. I think he was born like in the late 90s.
That's fucking enraging. It's enraging. It drives me nuts. I love the show. Yeah. It's just I get so fucking incensed. I start screaming, and I'm like, oh, it's not live. So if I type it in, it's way past the point.
You guys know my Goodfellas connection, right?
Oh, you know Bobby D too?
No.
Fucker.
I was the firm that I worked for represented 3 defendants on the Lufthansa robbery case in the Eastern District.
Henry?
So I met the actual dudes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you meet Henry?
Allegedly.
Allegedly? You didn't meet Henry? Did he give you a couple of dollars to keep the ice cubes cold?
Did you have to charge extra for Tommy 2 times?
Get the papers. That used to be my name for fudge. I used to call him Johnny 2 times. I used to call him John.
So fucking good.
Now, speaking of plugging things, we have a new Shut Up Stupid coming on Sunday.
Oh shit, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, oh shit, I didn't even realize the time. Yeah, Shut Up Stupid. The 3 of us. obviously are involved. Mike, thank you for your I fucking laughed so goddamn hard when you sent that video.
It's gonna be a good one.
I didn't even have to play it. Just seeing you made me fucking howl.
He looked like a substitute teacher that groped all the boys.
Oh my god, dude! I work in schools. Like I do IT for elementary schools, and so there's one custodian, and I had to install some stuff on his cell phone, and I accidentally like went to like his Google search history, dude.
Yeah, no.
And, like it was nothing like pedophile-y, but like the first thing that came up in his Google search just said 18-year-old girls self-pleasuring.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, who Googles that shit instead of going like porn? But who words it that way? Who words it like that way?
First of all, I'm willing to put money on that Mike worded it exactly that way when he got home from work. It was like 18-year-old girl self-pleasuring, you say?
No, the first thing he fucking typed in was Hunter Biden foot job video.
There's a picture of Mike swinging some panties around on his finger. I'm laughing because I was there for that.
You were there, yep. That was at Eric Caston's house. You were there.
I was there.
Everybody was there. That picture is fucking priceless.
I haven't seen it since then. What was that, 2 years ago?
Is Eric Caston still alive?
He's still alive. I spoke to him a couple months ago. He's an electrician now. So, like,
really?
Whatever that pilot was that we were supposed to do, guys, it did not happen.
Did not get picked up by Netflix.
We never got picked up by. I messaged that guy every week because I was trying to pitch. I pitched like 3 or 4 shows before with that guy. I was like, hey, what about me and Mike Keegan? Like, we go around like America and we eat things.
Oh my god, I would love to see
I remember saying to Mike, it was one New Year's, and I said to you, you should tell people that you're the king of Long Island. And you did not do it. And I was like, I was so mad that you didn't do it because I'm like, who's going to challenge you? Who's going to challenge you if you say, like, if I said I was the king of Long Island, everyone would challenge me. Everyone. No one's going to challenge you. No one's going to say, like, you're like T.I. T.I. is the king of the South. You could be the king of Long Island. And nobody would challenge
the Prince of Long Island all the time.
When comedy comes back, I will do it.
Yeah, Carla. If Carla says she's the queen of Long Island, you know, everyone will come after her.
No, I don't say that. I don't say that.
I know if I say that. That's why it's going to be hilarious. If I ever win Best Comedian on Long Island, I'm just going to be like, who you talk to? The best comedian.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm not even from here. I'm not even.
I would have loved to, by the way, be in. Not to bring it back, but I would have loved to have been in on the pitch meeting of you pitching. You and Mike drive around America eating shit.
Oh yeah. It was called, the name of the show was called.
I know what it was called. It was called Green Book.
Don't drop the chicken bones, please.
I was going with Diabetic Dalmatian, but okay.
No, it was called. It was called. You gonna eat that?
Yeah.
Remember?
Who wouldn't watch that shit? Me and Nigel.
Remember? It was
fucking ripping on each other and eating things.
I would absolutely fucking drive you guys just to put extra pressure on the axles.
I was gonna make a joke, but I can't make that joke about a good friend of ours, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
I think that show. I think people would watch that show.
There was a third person also that I was pitching as well, trying to get him into it, but he's on a health kick right now, so I do not want to derail that.
Yeah,
but it was supposed to be.
He's got very thin skin.
No, he's a good guy. I'm not gonna do that to him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that about him.
Wow. But
yeah. So Shut Up Stupid.
Check out Shut Up Stupid Sunday night.
8 p.m. Thank you guys for being involved. I had fun doing it. I mean, the commercials are always fun. The thing that we did is fun. Mike fucking made me laugh hard. Carla off the cuff is very fucking funny because I know some of the stuff she changed, and I know when she goes off the cuff, and there was a few fucking spots that I was laughing pretty hard at. So check it out.
Mike, I'm funny too. Fuck face.
Hey, Carla killed it at the Comedy Cove last week. At a show at Comedy Cove in Springfield, New Jersey. Carla did a guest spot. Fucking killed. Got passed at the club.
Guest spots?
Got passed at the club.
Nice.
Gonna have her back. So
wow,
she had a great set.
Wow. Nice.
So did I. I mean, I fucking destroyed. But
where is this Comedy Cove in
Springfield, New Jersey? Definitely go. Next, he's gonna have me and Carla back next time. You guys should definitely come take a ride with us.
I will take a ride. Was it on Sunday, Saturday? When?
It's gonna be a Friday, Saturday, probably in January.
Cool.
I will go because I've never been. So
sweet. Definitely.
Let's all go.
I hope the axles on the car are greased up because
we're gonna drive around and eat shit.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the pilot right here.
So, Nigel, thank you for fucking hanging with us
and
talking
anytime.
Movies. I like the fact that we were able to talk movie. There was some arguing. Thank you, Carla, for bringing the arguments.
No, Carla was just saying we're boring everybody, and she's right. We bored like 8 or 9 people that were on here before.
Carla's mission tonight was to just fucking needle me every second.
That's my mission every week, is to get under somebody's skin. Is it your skin, Tim? Maybe.
Tonight was my night. Thanks, guys.
I was waiting for you to leave.
I'll never do that. If I leave, the show fucking go. Actually, I could probably leave without the show going off. You know what? I should do that, actually.
That would be hilarious.
I should do that. I just leave it running.
So before we started, Carla, I was telling a story about how I had a big guest for you guys, and I really, really wanted him to be on the show because Mike had asked me to get him on. So I was like, okay, cool. And I spoke to his publicist, and she was going to get him to do it. And then all of a sudden, you guys, that was the show that Mike left because you guys were talking about politics. The one thing that she told me that he can't talk about politics, and you guys were full on in with the politics, and Mike stormed off, and I was like, yeah, he's never going to do the show now. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Mike knows who it is, but I'll tell you off air.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, check out.
We try to get off politics, but at the end of the day, it would seem
and
that no matter what we're talking about, we are simply never going to agree on it.
We're not going to agree, and I don't mind talking politics and arguing when you constantly just talk over me. I'm letting you talk, and then I try to talk, and you just go bad.
Literally, I was in the middle of a sentence, and you're literally talking over me, dumbass. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I was speaking first. I was speaking first. Actually, I was speaking first. I was speaking first. I was speaking first. I was speaking first. I was speaking first.
To this guest, please come on our show.
I was speaking
I
first.
tried so hard, yo. He even likes the name of your podcast.
I mean, clearly we're adults.
Between you guys and the pizza guy.
Oh, fuck.
Tell Carla to take some podcast lessons from the pizza guy.
I was speaking first, dumbass. You interrupted me.
What were you saying? Nothing.
I was saying that it appears even when we don't talk about politics, we will still never agree on anything. Exactly. Shut up, Mike. 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 Shut up. I was speaking. I was speaking.
Murphy.
I was speaking. I was speaking.
Thank you guys very much.
I was
Have
speaking.
a good weekend. Happy Halloween. Vote Trump on Tuesday.
Nobody's voting Trump on Tuesday. Shut the fuck up.
I voted.
Really quickly, thank you, Nigel. Check out both Nigel's shows, the Monday Murphy podcast, the Jump Cut.
Mike, when he gets on my nerves.
You don't even have a taser, and I do.
Oh, I have one.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Show it to me.
I'm going to tase Mike.
Show it to me.
I'm going to tase Mike.
Show it to you? Oh, man, this sounds like sex talk.
I don't know if the computer kicked us off, so I'm going to just do this quick. Take care. We'll fucking see you Tuesday for the election episode. Thank you guys again. Later.
Thank you.
Tuesday.
We've lost our voice! We've lost our voice! We've lost our voices! It's in the way! It's in the way we breathe! We've lost our
hope you enjoyed this episode of the Domestic Disturbance Podcast, and if you didn't, even better. You can show us your disdain by sharing the show from iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Though honestly, nobody uses Google Play. Check out our Facebook page for any upcoming comedy shows or appearances from Carla, Mike, and Tim. Also, don't forget to check out our favorite band, Bore, on Spotify, or purchase their new EP, Bore 2, on iTunes or Bandcamp. We'll see you next week, Rageaholics.